It's fair to say that season 2019-20 didn't go to plan for Tottenham Hotspur. And it's left them, at some point before the 2020-21 season also falls by the wayside, with an almighty to-do list. In terms of objective, well, getting Tottenham back to where they were a little over a year ago, i.e. the Champions League final, is impossible, seeing as they aren't in the Champions League. But what they can do is make sure they don't miss out on the 2021-22 Champions League. So let's start there. Especially with a new stadium to pay off and star players to satisfy. It would be easy to place the blame for Spurs' descent on Mauricio Pochettino, seeing as he was the guy sacked for their slow start to last season. But things weren't much better after Jose Mourinho replaced him as manager. You'd think that with all Mourinho's experience, even after having all his warts exposed in his most recent jobs, he still knows what needs to be done. The first item on the list is half done already. Get the squad back to fitness. The break in play allowed the likes of Harry Kane, Son Heung-min and Moussa Sissoko to return from injury. Without the break, all three of them would have missed most, if not all, of the rest of the campaign. And Spurs would have finished the season much further down than 6th in the Premier League. Though we can't be certain that keeping them fit is on Mourinho's agenda, considering he would have to come up with some fresh excuses.
Imagine Liverpool 4 months without Salah and Mane. And we are speaking about the best team in the country in this moment. It's as simple as that, but I'm being repetitive all the time. I think we are improving, even without these players, we are improving in some aspects that are very important.
So anyway, Item 2. Spurs need to get Tanguy and Ndombele up to speed.
Some players, they take a long time to adapt to a different league. But a player with his potential, with his responsibility, I think he has to give us more than he's giving us.
Last summer's €62 million signing struggled to run out a full game and was off the pace all season. But at the start of the games he has played, or when coming off the bench, the Frenchman tantalised with his quality. If he can regularly play the full 90, a huge hole in the midfield won't be as large as it was. More on that later. So also on the list, the players must adapt to Mourinho's tactics. But equally, Mourinho must adapt to his squad. Well, that's never going to happen. But it should. This is not Mourinho's Chelsea or Inter, and it's too simplistic to just say, fix the defence. The squad's strength lies in its attack, and limiting it hasn't panned out. Hence Mourinho's win percentage of just 45.71%, his worst since before his Porto days. But in equal measure, there's no point for Spurs fans to be pining for a return to the thrilling style of peak Pochettino Spurs. The players that remain, like Kane and Toby Alderweireld, have lost a step and can't press like they used to.
So I want to have my team, my players, not a medical room full of players. I want the pitch full of players. Of course, as a squad, the main thing is to keep our very good players, and after that, trying to improve the squad.
And with that said, Spurs' next job is to improve the squad. And the shopping list is perhaps a little long. First up, a striker. A proper backup to Kane. Add to that at least 2 fullbacks. Quality ones too. a left-sided centre-back to replace Jan Vertonghen, though who doesn't need one of those? A holding midfielder to improve on Harry Winks, or make Winks better, and a backup keeper who can provide real competition to Hugo Lloris. Yeah, we did say it was a lot. And you can guarantee old thrifty Daniel Levy ain't gonna sanction it all, especially in the current climate, with a stadium to pay off and no extra cash from the Champions League coming in.
Are we going to buy 10 players? No. Are we going to buy players for 100 million? No. But we are going to improve.
So, let's add to the list. Spurs need to bring on the youth to fill holes. They are in the Europa League after all. But developing youngsters is not traditionally a Mourinho specialty, which probably means Spurs are doomed. But just in case Levy plumps up some money, Mourinho gets a personality transplant, and magically the likes of Kane and Son manage to stay fit for an entire season. Well, considering what everyone else is up to, even doing all that might not be enough to beat out their competition.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all things football, make sure you hit the subscribe button.